Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, well, Yuri was being framed for murder of her partner. So it would seem, anyway. That's what the game was implying, and seemed to be leading towards, until she was saved by a mysterious, strange adult Meito. Well, looks like a burnout stoner. But, it is what it is. I can't judge too much. I have known and have been friends with many people that have that sort of resemblance, and, it is what it is. Hell, I don't typically judge people by appearance like that anyway, because, I don't really fucking give a shit. Why would I judge people? I don't want people to judge me. Anyway, let's get back into it, shall we? I didn't get off at the usual station because I was headed for my dad's factory. I thought to myself as the train swayed back and forth. The things Masahide said earlier were lingering in my mind, about this being my last winter in high school. Hey, I saw my dad working the moment I entered. Oh, hey, what do you need, Meito? Ryoko-san called for me. She should be in the office. Thanks. My dad went back to work after that. Just to do a little bit of quick math to make sure that I'm thinking correctly and doing math correctly, so I will do it out loud. She's 24, Meito is 17 or 18, so she is either 6 or 7 years older, which isn't that big. I can just check this one. He's 18, so she's 6 years older. There's 25 here. Interesting. Could have sworn it just said that she was 24. You know what? I don't care that much. So if she's 25, he's 18, then that's 7 years, whatever. 6 or 7 years older. Yeah, that's not a huge age gap, but it's kind of weird for a high schooler. I mean, it's not a small age gap, but it's not a huge one. I think 10 years is usually about the point where I start thinking that's kind of weird. And that's probably, actually, I wouldn't probably date anybody that's 10 years older or younger than me, to be fair. But I think I wouldn't go. 10 years is the absolute, definitely would not ever. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of hard. Maybe my opinion of that would change as I get older. But I think there's too many differences in how you grew up and preferences and whatnot that 10 years is a bit too much, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm just your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. What the fuck do I know? My dad went back to work after that. I couldn't tell just from the look of things, but he seemed to be in the middle of something important. And for some reason, I'm in a really rambly mood today. I didn't want to distract him, so I avoided saying anything else as I headed for the office on the second floor. Ryoko-san? I called out to her from the office door, but she didn't respond. That's strange. The office was tiny, or rather tiny. She should have been able to hear me. I decided to step inside. In the back was Ryoko-san sleeping on her desk. She must have been working all day. Speaking of sleeping, I've been drinking hot tea more frequently. I've been making I got a teapot finally after a very long time of liking tea but not had it. Anyway, I've been drinking tea a lot, and if you've not had it, I got, what is it? Earl Grey Moonlight. Yeah, that's what it was. From Adagio Teas. It's like a cream Earl Grey. It's an Earl Grey with a bit of a cream taste to it, vanilla cream sort of taste, not like milk cream. But yeah, it's quite pleasant, quite nice. I like it. I do recommend. She must have been working all day. I didn't want to call out to her again, so I lightly shook her shoulder instead. She groaned a little bit. She looked around for a moment. Her eyes met mine before long, though, and she proceeded to smile at me. Sorry, I fell asleep. Don't worry about it. Thanks for your hard work. Ryoko-san played it off like it was no big deal. No, I'm sorry for making you come all the way here to help me. It's fine. It's only logical to ask someone around the same age to help pick out a present for your younger brother. Plus, if it's something particularly large, you'll need someone to help carry it, right? Oh my, are you offering to help me carry whatever I buy? I can't exactly carry a house or anything like that, though. And be sure to keep that in mind. Let's go. Let's get going before it gets dark. I need to get changed, though. Could you give me a few minutes? Sure. Ryoko-san headed for the dressing room after that. How about this? That'd be better for Uni-chan, I think. No way. We walked to the city. We stopped by just about every store along the way, and by the time we had seen the majority of them, it was already sunset. What about this? The final store we dropped by was the bookstore. Ryoko-san pointed out a magazine for the paranormal. Oh god, the paranormal shit I've been watching. Don't remind me. It's gonna make me burst out laughing. Does your brother like this kind of stuff? He's a weirdo. He knows a lot about a lot of different things. It's kind of surprising. I see. She ended up going with that for her brother's birthday present. I thought that was kind of a lousy present, but I decided to just let her do what she wanted. I mean, I'm not the type of person to, be upset about a gift that I was gotten. I would not want a paranormal magazine. I wouldn't want a magazine as a gift unless it was like a weird collector's thing of something that I'm interested in. Like an old wrestling magazine or a weird video game magazine that's signed by somebody interesting. Or maybe an old music magazine signed by interesting people or persons. I don't know. I can't think of anything that I would want magazine-wise. Especially not modern magazines. Fuck, I don't read magazines anymore. I haven't read magazines in at least a decade, if not longer. See ya. Ryoko-san. On the way back from shopping, I stopped her before she had a chance to leave. What Masahide said earlier kept repeating in my head. Final winter. Let loose. What? Don't be creepy. Okay. She smiled as she gazed at me with a concerned look. I wonder if that's a lost in translation thing or she's just telling him not to be fucking creepy. Want to go out sometime? You, me, and Uni-chan? That's how I started things off. Go out? Where? But sure, if you insist. She agreed, though, as I stood there in silence. Is it something important? Yeah. My room was dark. I decided to sink deep into thought once I returned home. I ended up asking her out. I could see the printout I received at school in my backpack. What I wanted to do after high school. I had to think of something. But in the end, all I did was shove the printout into my drawer. I don't think I ever had to fill one of those out, but I could be wrong. Movement. The sirens blared and drew away in fixed intervals. We were a few kilometers away from the office. As long as we were safely hidden in an alley, we took the time to sit down for a while. This date got kind of crazy, huh? Meito joked. I couldn't respond. So much was running through my mind that I couldn't get out. You okay? Yes. There was only one thing I could manage to say. I remembered something Rei-senpai told me. It was from back when we worked at the same place. No matter how much we cry and struggle, we can't beat the results. He'd say that frequently. The man was all about looking at results rather than thinking about theories. Now, more than ever, I wanted to embody that ideal. Mito, nothing would be solved by being confused and distressed. I had to take things as they came and have a grasp on the situation. Tell me your story. I asked that of him. So you believe me now? Mito laughed and then started to quietly speak. I wrote down what I wanted to do on the printout. Takanobu, could you hand this to our teacher? Yeah, sure. I handed Takanobu the crumpled piece of paper. If I was right. How much longer till we arrive? Hey, are you listening? Ryoko-san spoke to me as I held the video camera. Once we reach the top of this hill, we'll be past the foot of the mountain. Man, all this on my day off. Mito, how's Uni? She'll probably need her diaper changed soon. Let me see. Ugh. Wah. Does she hate me? She probably did. Don't be stupid, Mito. Let me look. What a dumb father, right, Uni? Father? Let's get going. I kept on moving forward. And after we went through the forest, we arrived. Where are we? Ryoko seemed shocked as she held her baby. The world of shadows. The world of shadows? Metal Gear? The world we lived in. Ryoko didn't seem to understand, but I ignored her as I stepped out into the grasslands. Where are we? She knows where we are. Uni looked upset as I stared at her. Why are you getting in the way? Uni-chan? Ryoko hadn't picked up on things yet, so she was naturally shocked to hear her baby talk. This was going to be a happy end, if only you didn't get in the way. A happy end? That's right. Uni screamed as loud as she could. The real world was going to take us back. Things were going great. We existed in reality, not just as some two-dimensional phenomenon. The author doesn't desire that. I was sure of it. That's correct. Oh, hey, Valkyrie, Shimon, whatever. And just as I suspected, she appeared. The actual person putting her desires into Myth's real objective. Myth is nothing but a graveyard for the dead, a perpetual machine created for that sole purpose. Forever repeating the same days, a program for the deceased. We manage that data and send it to the world of shadows upon its sorting. Myth was created for that sole purpose, Odin. And yet, you wish to do the exact opposite by creating a new world. Uni-ichi, keep the crazy to a minimum. Selfishly creating humans? So That's right. You're not a real soul sent to Myth. You're not an original being that Odin created on her own, the sole human-like creation of this world. That fucker. I knew that. The world Odin created was no different than Myth after all those years living in it. You're just an existence that Odin created in order to make her foolish plan a success. Odin, why do you defy our creators? Why do you want to deviate from Myth's algorithm? A stage where no one existed. Not a sound to be heard. Her own existence seemed fragile, as Odin stood there in silence. This is so tough, she muttered to herself. This has been so hard for me. I'm alive, but all I can do is live by someone else's hand. It's the same as me. I'm just a person built by someone else. And why don't you defy them? Aren't you human? And why don't you attempt to prove your existence? Why would the creators of this world make their programs the dead from their world and store them here as data? And as the operator of that program, what meaning is there to me? You fool. Odin scowled at Valkyrie as she spit those words out. What did you say? We're just programs created by humans. You can't expect us to be more than human. Your actions are blasphemous to our creation. Do two-dimensional creations have any particular value? That's a foolish question. Then that's why... Huh? I didn't know what happened after that. I just felt a sharp pain in my right shoulder. Meto, why? And after that, an unimaginable pain assailed me. Look at him. This is all there is to a creation like him. I can do anything I want to him by my own hand. Meto, why are you? I could hear Ryoko screaming. She held no memories of myth, only those from the real world. Your worthless existence, worthless lower being. Kia. Again, I'm not going to scream into the microphone. My left arm disappeared. My right leg disappeared. By the time my head had disappeared, I could barely think from all the pain. I won't let this happen to me. I found a way to return to the reality everything came from. Don't die. Only one person. Don't lie. Only one person is left in that. That's right. That person is left. I will connect with God, and I'll create a half-fuel world. A number of new worlds where various phenomena exist, built off the remains of the real world. Ragnarok. Odin drew near me. All I could do was lie on the ground. Hiccup. That's odd. I hope that's not a sign of me getting fucking hiccups. But yeah, hopefully I don't hiccup again. Meto Tanabe, you'll help me achieve this. I'll be taking this videotape. It's recorded part of that half-fuel world after all. It'll be very valuable data. Did you want to use it to your advantage? To record this and show someone the truth? You fool. You're nothing but my pawn. Get it? Meto, that's how you should be. A pawn of my will, put in place to divert myth's trajectory. And once that's over, we'll go together. You to a higher dimension, me to reality. Valkyrie. The purpose of your existence is merely to aid my own creation, so let me ask you this. Do you have any objections? I have no choice but to obey. My vision clouded after that. I wasn't sure if that was because my body had reached its limit, or if the program known as myth had been reset. likely the latter. I could hear someone's voice. It sounded like they were speaking directly to me. Odin must be trying to connect to the real Ryokoichi. So Myths was reset for that purpose. What about Ryoko? She was deserted in Myth. Is an existence used neither in Myth or Uni's world. She'll likely be doomed to wander through that space for all eternity, following the rules of Odin's half-reality, growing older as time passes. And what about me? I picked you up. I've had you come to this higher subspace, above even the visualized Asgard Myth. Why? There's something I want you to do, something I'm certain that only you can do. Something that only you can do as the one Uni created, as the one who calls the world of light his home. Meto Tanabe, you have no relation to Myth's original purpose. You were born to fulfill Odin's selfish desire. Right. What do you think? About what? Your own existence. Existence. I don't really know. I tried to return to Tokyo, believing those memories Odin planted in my mind were the real thing. But now that I know even that was just part of the plot, I don't really have the willpower left to question or answer my own existence. But by knowing the truth, you've been given new meaning. To stop her. To stop Odin from creating that half-real world. According to you, I can do that. That's right. Is there any meaning to that, though? This purpose will go back to its former one if I do that. A world without any developments. One where you just continue to live. Is there meaning even to returning Myth to that state? Bugs will break out eventually if Myth's program is altered. How can you be so sure? Myth, or better yet, the program is semi-permanent. It's a semi-permanent machine. If it begins to malfunction, then it'd no longer be permanent. That's all. I don't think that what Odin is trying to do is bad. The foundation for everything comes from reality, but nothing is there, presumably. I don't know the reason why, but humanity must be done for. So what's the problem with letting us dream? The reason why Odin was able to do what she's done is because the creator likely felt the same way. Then, why did the creator even create this tale, this program? I have no means of knowing how they did that, but for what purpose would you digitize another's existence and have them live on forever like that? Myth is a graveyard. Are you saying that graves are meaningless? I don't think so. Creator of Myth continues to live on in that world where all living creatures have died, but they'll eventually die as well. And that will truly be the day that the world will come to an end. Yet, Myth will continue to exist even in that world. Books are rather a more advanced medium, but the record of Myth will remain forever through that medium. To us, these days are meaningless. But what if a new intelligent life form emerges in the real world and takes notice of Myth? What will they think? No, what they think doesn't matter. Intelligent life forms can think about friction like ourselves, about the real people no longer around in that real world, about all these existences that persist in this book. Everyone's grave holds meaning. The ever-evolving cycle of life is no different from reality. That's why I chose to accept that cycle. Meto Tanabe? She called for me. Stopping Odin will give you new meaning. If Odin is able to carry out her plans, then the protagonist, Meito Tanabe, will be the hero who helped forge that half-reality. However, Meito Tanabe will eventually die regardless. Our meaning, however, is permanence. Tell me, how do I stop her? How do I prevent her from returning to reality? I'll move your body to a higher subspace. Higher? You can't think or act appropriately with your body destroyed like that. So I'll provide you with a world and a space very close to reality. There, all phenomena will depend on your will. It will be such that at that moment your body is created, your destroyed mind will function. Hold on. Was there text? Yeah. I'm sure it'll be chaos. It was cut off. Damn it. I'll be waiting for you to remember. And then, when you decide you want to escape, that's when I'll pick you up. And I'll take you to Asgard. I'll set up a way to send you to Myth without Odin noticing. How? You must age first. In that world of chaos? Yes. Next, you'll have to cooperate with the operators. The administrators? They're subtly different from us. They were originally inhabitants of the true reality. And they were craving, you see. The reason they existed in that world was to send those in pain to the village of Shadow, but they wished to go to a land of reprieve themselves. So, I need you to cooperate. Odin wants to make you exist in the half-reality of 2002. By creating you from the administrator Loki's data, she's trying to quickly throw together a protagonist. That's the end of her business with you. You would likely either be forced to exist as part of the half-reality, or abandon it once it served its existence, or served its purpose. And your memories will be erased. Meito Tanabe, you will be used to complete the data... Meito Tanabe, you will be used to complete the data of the Meito Tanabe who lived in the true reality of Tokyo in 2002. Collect information, and if everything goes as Odin anticipates, you should remember. The memories from that half-reality in the year 2052 that Odin built. But you will retain this memory, you, the first Meito Tanabe. Upon when you awaken memories related to the past, you will also regain your memories of the present. How will I be able to retrieve my memories? In order to summon you to the half-reality, I imagine Odin will leave a notebook in Myth's second loop. She'll attempt to destroy Myth's algorithm by doing that. Take care of it. If you can guide the second Meito Tanabe and successfully make it back to the world closer to reality, the Meito Tanabe that's supposed to be isolated in the scenario will disappear, and the time will come for you to switch in. So what am I supposed to do after that? Persuade the creator. Huh? She should exist somewhere in the half-reality. Plead to her directly. As her creation, I can't exist in the world, nor can the administrators naturally. The Einherjar can't help either. Only you with your persistent memories can do this. Persuade. Creator. The creator's name is likely Ryoko Ichi. Probably. Judging from the link Odin has mentioned, she was designated as Odin's mother, so it's natural to assume. Search Ryoko Ichi. And when you find her, remove her reason for desiring a half-reality. Meito Tanabe, the plan is over the moment Myth displays it. Operate to throw the story into disarray in secret. Berserker? You have my thanks. Create your own world. Between this dimensional threshold. World? Build the world of your dreams. That's all there is to it. Here? I don't know anymore. I just don't know. And this, I think, is where I'm going to end off this episode. Next time, Round and Round by Round and Round movement. And I think, I could be wrong, I think next episode is probably going to be the last one. I think so. Unless it's super short, in which case I might tack it on after this. I don't know, but I think next episode is going to be the final. I think. And I think it's going to be a longer episode, I think, from what I remember. But I think it's going to end. Unless I'm forgetting a couple of scenes, which is possible. My memory at the moment in general is kind of fuzzy. And with the other stuff I've been reading, not even visual novel, just in general stuff that I've been reading, I don't remember everything. But I'm pretty sure I'm very, very close to the end. I'm pretty sure I can finish it next episode. So, yeah, next time, I think we're going to put an end to all of this. Well, I hope to see you all there.